You'll never make pork chops a different way. I'm going to show you how to make the best pork chops in your slow cooker. Hi, my name's Christina. I'm with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my sister Carrie's kitchen. My sister Carrie and I are on a mission to teach real families how to make real food at home on a budget. And if you've been following us for a while, you know that we love our crock pot. And it's almost officially crock pot season, but we use our crock pot year round because we love it that much. We love it so much, we actually made a digital crock pot cookbook. I'm going to link that in the description below, as well as today's super easy recipe, crock pot pork chops with gravy. It is 5 ingredients. 5 ingredients, and all you got to do is throw it in the crock pot and it does all the work. So before we get started, let's talk about what I'm using today. So I am using this multi-cooker. Look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. It's in the name. Beautiful. This is available at Walmart. It's a beautiful multi-cooker. We love it. The price point is great, great, great. I'm going to link it below for you guys, as well as a post that has all of our favorite crock pots, because we have a bunch because we love crock pot cooking. So make sure you check that out as well. Also, guys, I'm going to teach you how to make the best pork chops and gravy, and make sure you stay to the end of this video because I'm going to show you how to take your gravy to the next level with this super easy tip. So let's talk all things pork chops. Let me know in the comments below. Do you like boneless pork chops or bone-in? I honestly love both, and it really depends on how I'm cooking them. If I'm going to grill pork chops, I want a nice bone-in. But if I'm going to cook them in my crock pot, I love boneless with a nice gravy on top. So for this recipe, we do, in the recipe itself, recommend a 1 to 2 inch thick pork chop. Mine are not that thick, friend, but that's okay. I'm going to make it work. This is what they had in my store. It was a good price point, so I got it. And that's perfectly fine if you use a different pork chop than what's listed in our recipe. Just remember, these are going to cook quicker, so you're going to reduce the cooking time down lower, which I'm going to show you how to do today. So first up, take your pork chops and put them right into your crock pot. I'm just going to line them in the bottom of the crock pot. I'm doing 6 pork chops, but this makes a nice gravy, so you can do however many pork chops would feed your family. Like, even if you just need 4, I would go ahead and leave the rest of the ingredients the same, because extra gravy is always a good thing. I hope you guys like my special assistant. We like to call him our supervisor. Today's supervisor is Samson. He is a medium-sized golden doodle, I think. He's really sweet. He's Carrie's, but we love hearing about y'all's dogs as well. So if you have a dog, let us know your dog's name in the comments below. All right, now we are going to make the sauce for the pork chop. We do recommend that you mix this together just because there is a gravy mix that we're using. Generally, we like to try to dump and go, but for this one, I say mix it together. It adds a couple of minutes and it helps with the flavor. So first, you start out with a can of cream of chicken soup. Get it all in the mixing bowl. And then we're going to add in a package of pork gravy mix. This should be available at your local grocery store. Look for the pork one. And it's about 0.87 ounces. We're going to throw the whole mix in with the cream of chicken soup. Then we're going to add in a little bit of pepper, 1 teaspoon black pepper, and then 1 cup chicken broth. And that's going to help get more liquid so you can whisk it all together. Whisk together all the ingredients, and we want this powder from the gravy mix completely dissolved and incorporated. The reason we mix this together first is so you don't get like chunks of that powder in your crock pot meal. Then all you gotta do is pour it over the pork chops in your crock pot. Don't forget your lid, and now we're going to cook it. So this is when we're going to adjust the cooking time slightly. In the recipe, we say 6 to 8 hours on low or 3 to 4 on high. But since my pork chops were a bit thinner, I'm going to cut that down, and I'm going to use my meat thermometer to know when it's done. So let's start out with about 4 to 5 hours on low, and we'll check it from there. This meat thermometer, guys, I'm going to link it for you as well. It's under like 15 bucks most of the time, but I use it every single day in my kitchen. It's just not for grilling anymore, especially when you use pork chops, because most people, or when you cook pork chops, most people don't like pork chops because they get dried out. So you can use your meat thermometer to make sure they get cooked through to the perfect temperature every single time. So with pork, we're looking for 145 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and get this started here. It's always hard with the light here. Okay, I'm gonna get this going. All right, we're gonna start with 4 to 5 hours on low, and I'll see you soon. So it's been cooking on low for about 4 hours. So let's check it. Anytime you make pork chops, even in the crock pot, I recommend that you use a meat thermometer to make sure that they don't get overcooked. All you gotta do is put it in the center of a couple of pork chops and see what it's reading to. And mine's reading about 159, and you just want it to be over 145. So these are done. We're not going to cook them anymore. We're going to go ahead and turn it off. And now it's time to make the gravy. Now it's time for my secret step to make the best gravy in the crock pot. Now, if you have a multi-cooker, this is a multi-cooker, which means it does different functions. All you want to do is switch it over to your saute or sear function. So on this one, I just turn it right on off, turn it back on, but this time I hit saute and hit power again. And what it does is it turns that to like, now it's like a stovetop versus a slow cooker. And then we're going to make a cornstarch slurry. So mix together 2 tablespoons cornstarch with a little bit of water. Whisk the cornstarch into the water until it's fully dissolved. Toby is like so excited about my gravy. He's cheering me on. And then pour it into the crock pot and stir it into all the ingredients. Let it cook on the saute setting for just a few minutes. Now you're going to start to see it boiling. You want to keep the lid off, and it's going to help that gravy thicken up and be the most perfect gravy. Now, if you're just working with the crock pot and not a multi-cooker, what you want to do is switch it on over to the high setting. Take the lid off so you don't have the condensation to work with, and let it run for about 15 to 20 minutes, and it'll thicken up as well. So you can see on the multi-cooker, it's starting to be a slow boil. Just let it sit for a couple of minutes and boil at this low level, and it'll thicken real quick. Just like that, it's already nice and thickened and a good gravy consistency. So I went ahead and turned it off. It's still boiling just because it's hot, but I don't want it to overcook. And that's it. It's ready to serve. Now it's time to serve. The best part about this recipe is it goes pretty much with any side. Today I'm doing mashed potatoes because I love this with mashed potatoes, but it'd also be good over rice or noodles or roasted potatoes, really anything. The pork chops have so much flavor, and the gravy goes so good over all types of sides. So I'm just going to put my pork chops next to it, and then of course I got to ladle the extra gravy on top because where I come from, more gravy is better. Now it's time for my favorite part, taste test. All right. Puppies are excited. Ooh, the pork is nice and tender. I barely had to use a knife. It just kind of literally fell apart, and it's awesome. So delicious. If you're nervous about making pork chops, try this out as well. The gravy adds so much flavor. It's so good. I want another bite with a little potato on it. Do you guys do that too? 10 out of 10. All right, friends, I'm out of here. I got some pork chops to enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me today in my sister Carrie's kitchen. I hope I inspired you to cook an easy, delicious dinner at home in your crock pot that everyone will love. Do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. We are growing. We're loving it. We're having so much fun, and we don't want you to miss out on any of our recipes. So make sure you like and subscribe. All right, I'm out of here. Until next time, friends, don't forget, eat at home by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.